to provide landmark reference. Future apartments over there, possibly home or office, and then you have the dental office. This is the Bullet Tree Road. This route here, the camera is facing towards the east, is the twin tongue of San Ignacio and Santa Elena. That is the hospital, the community hospital. In this direction, it's westbound, and this goes towards the subdivisions that are attached to the twin town of San Ignacio, Bullet Tree, Santa Familia, and beyond. So the old location, for a brief history, the old location of the San Ignacio Community Hospital, that is right behind the town council. So it was bought and sold, and this is the new location for the community hospital. So all what you're seeing right here is subdivisions, and this is all part of the town of San Ignacio. And just beyond the valley, that section that's covered in morning dew, that's Santa Elena. Don't know if this is a resort or not, you'd have to Google it. This is the entry. So I came back here roughly 3+ years, 3.5 years ago, and someone just told me the place, well, not recently, I've been doing research, told me the place is improving and getting better. Someone is clearing out the lot here. And there are people moving into this area. The last time I was back here, it was just maybe like 3 or 4 homes. They told me there's quite a bit more. Been doing research, but haven't been able to get all the information on whether it's been that much, has that much development. There's a little gazebo back there. That looks like it's a road or something. A little bird right there. It's like 6 a.m. It's pretty hot. Summer in the jungle kingdom of Belize. There's a lot here, a nice size one. Yes, it's just trees and bush, jungle. Remember, it's a secondary forest as well. A little bushfire back here. Burnt out a couple of fence posts. So far it seems to be about the same. I brought my trusty friend right here, an umbrella. Even though it's warm. There's plenty of shade on the road. Sorry, this one is just about taking a picture of trees and hopefully the sounds of the area. This is not developed. There's a big old fire that took place back here. just asked her if this street right here is connected to the other street, because I might have to just take a shortcut here. Like I said, I was expecting more. Like I said, one of the guy that lived back here portrayed like, hey man, this place is blowing up, you need to go back there. And it hasn't changed a bit. The only thing that has changed is them coming back here and repairing the road. Yeah, so it does connect to the other side. As I push forward, I know there's another road back there. This road was fully here a few years back. Again, maybe he might have been mistaken when he said that the road next to the hospital. He might have meant the other road that's off and up in the other direction. That's somewhat closer to Bullet Tree. And that road is traveling away from the twin town of San Ignacio and Santa Elena. Grew up knowing that this is some sort of herbs. When I first moved back home, I found out that it's toxic. Oh wow, so maybe this is what they're talking about, that they're like clearing out the area so that it could be sectioned off for housing, like an urban development. Because there should be another road up ahead. There should be two of them actually. I think one of them just the last time I was back here, one just went partial, then the other one was like a connecting route. So I'm just gonna hike down here just a smidge, just to see what is happening, capture it, and then I'm gonna hike back up to that other street that I can take a shortcut. But yeah, I guess this is what they're talking about, like how the opening up of the area. The few years I came back here, like it seemed, as you can tell, this road is pretty new. Seems like someone have a little ranch or property over there. They're keeping it clean. Like where that house over there off in the distance, I've been over there a few years back. So like all this is a secondary forest. So what happens with a secondary forest is once you come in and you dominate and clear it out, you have these secondary growth that come in and start to dominate the landscape. So sometimes when I go on these little adventures, it always pan out and turn out to be something awesome. As you see, here's a nice road that they put in back here. Let me stress and emphasize that these roads, when they put in like this, it's more than likely it's being put in or installed by the owner of the project. I'm just gonna hike down a little bit more. Plan on taking a different route, different direction, but I might take one of these more manicured roads as well. Seems like they have another section that's been manicured over here. Okay, so yeah, this is divided up into plots. There's some vultures up there. Since I did a tour and learned more about birds, I highly recommend, if you schedule, whenever you schedule your vacation and you're coming out west, especially the Cayo district, no matter where you are in Cayo district, please check out the butterfly farms that are in the area. I think there are several of them. And ooh, that's freshly burned right here. A little work going on because they have a bunch of coconuts. Maybe they're harvesting timber. And someone has a little house over there. But look at that. I guess maybe this is the reason why they told me to come back here for all of this right here. I'm not going to push forward anymore. I think that should be for another day and time. Remember, we do work for like, shares, and comments. I do apologize that the video is just about leaves, trees, branches, and roads, and tons of birds up here, which is they are vultures, a whole cockle of them. So at some point, some of these properties here were at one point it was a ranch, a farming, it was farmland, and now it's just jungle. So I'm gonna see if I take this route and figure out, go on an adventure, and then see how I can figure out how to hike out and get up into the other community. What they're doing, I guess this is what they invited me for. And link to this project over there. There's another little building over there. It looks like there's two of them. One that's got started, then there's one farther back. There's timber that could be harvested for some sort of woodwork instead of being burnt, or at least for cut it up for firewood. And let me be firm that I am trespassing at this current juncture of faith, because I'm going to assume that this is private property. There's a culvert over there. They did well with putting a culvert there, but there are certain other areas where you could see that they needed to put in a culvert, but they didn't put it in. There are no utilities back here, by the way. None whatsoever. And I guess this whole section over that's been manicured and cut and kept clean, that might be another subdivision as well. That's right there, that another thing that we should look at, see if we can turn that into an industry and extract the fruit. It could be sold and added to the planter's choice of that tin that sells nuts. Okay. So the hospital is off in that direction over there. Then the Twin Tongue is off in that direction. Then Branch Mouth is over here somewhere. So this was the first one that was manicured, and that gives that's just giving you like a reference point so that you can come back here. Even though it's just being cut and cleared for subdivision, it's still pretty gorgeous, beautiful back here. And then seems like it goes off in that direction. most of it is like, it's like a cul-de-sac, one big cul-de-sac. Oh, there's a big old wasp nest up there. I have a culvert, and I think where this culvert is at is a creek as well. It might be a seasonal creek.